Good morning, YouTube. Look over me. It's only like 8 o'clock this morning, so I look pretty rough. I'm just going to share a quick little video, nothing fancy with y'all today. Yesterday I made me a sweet potato and I made it in the crock pot. I put it on early and then around lunchtime it was ready. It was cooked through, so soft and buttery on the inside. So I thought I would show you how I fix mine up once they get cooked and done. So right now I'm just going to lightly spray the bottom of my crock inside of my crock pot, because if you dump these sweet potatoes, they got a lot of sugar in them and they'll stick to the bottom sometimes. So I've sprayed the bottom of my pan and I'm just going to place the potato in there. And I don't oil it or anything like that, I just set it in there. There we go. It didn't want to lay just right. And I'm going to plug this up and just turn it on high. And I'm going to let that go for, I think it took about 3 hours yesterday. And it was a medium-sized potato. I think within 3 hours setting it on high, I think it was knife tender. So I'll let you know if it is any different from the time. But it's currently, well, it's just right at 8 o'clock. So I'll bring you all back when this is done. I've got a Walmart order due to come, and I may share that with you as well, and see if I could throw together a quick lunch today. Okay, my Walmart delivery just arrived. I didn't get a huge order, just a few basic things for today to fix my lunch. I've been doing an 18-hour fasting and trying to lose some of this weight, mainly for health reasons, and try to get myself on the right track. So I like to have stuff in place so that when 12 o'clock rolls around, I'm ready to eat. Because it's hard when you first start out fasting. I'm probably going into my 4th week, so I am adjusting. It's getting easier, but sometimes it's a little harder. They put me on some medicine this week and it makes my appetite increase, so it's been a hard battle. But anyway, let's get on with what I got. I found this sugar-free Baby Ray's. Well, it says no sugar added, so I figured that would be the healthier alternative than the regular. Reviews says that it tastes just as good and that they couldn't tell difference. I hear people say that a lot, and when you get it, sometimes there is a little difference, but we'll see today. Here was a new item that I found at Walmart. It was called Ragu Kettle. It's marinara sauce. So I hope that's a good brand. It's something new. It was under $3, so, and that's a 24-ounce can. Got me 2 more sweet potatoes. That sweet potato I had yesterday just hit the spot. And they're a healthier alternative to regular white potato. Lower carbs, because I do try to stay on a low carb diet. I wouldn't really specify keto, but it leans towards that direction. I do still have carbs. I just do real strict portion control on the amount of carbs I have with the meal. And then Rolaids. Gotta have your Rolaids sometime. I found some of this. It's called Love Crunch. And it has dark chocolate and peanut butter, which dark chocolate's better for you. But I'm just going to use a tiny little bit of it, like on my yogurt. I like to use that for my snack. 1/4 cup is 18 grams, and that's a lot, but I won't even use that 1/4 cup. I'll just literally just sprinkle for a little added flavor. So that's what I say. You could do low carb and keto and still have your carbs. You just got to really monitor your serving size. And I got some of this Truvia Complete. This is the brown sugar variety. I always keep that on hand. That will go on my sweet potato today. Now these are a little pricey. They're flame grilled chicken strips. They're like little pieces from Soul's Kitchen. They are a little pricey, but you know, all my kids are gone to work. My husband's gone to work. It's usually just me here through the day, or if they're not work, they're in bed getting ready to go on shift that night. And that, to me, I couldn't go out and get that many servings at fast food and eat out any cheaper. So that's good to have on hand for salads. You can make like your tortilla wraps, different things like that. So that's how I thought about using those. So I hope they're good. I've never tried that brand. And I've been seeing all these TikTok videos about pork steaks, and they look so good. So I bought a couple to try out. And for this 2-pack is 1.85 pounds, and the price was $7.34. So that's not too bad. And I really prefer the darker meat of pork. The white is good and lean, but it gets dry so quick. It's so easy, and I just don't enjoy it as much. So I'm going to try that probably today with my baked potato. I'll see what I could come up with and how to fix that. I ordered me some Oikos, or however you say it, the 000 yogurt. It's Greek yogurt. I think this is vanilla, yeah, vanilla flavor. And that's one of the things. I'll take a little fruit, maybe a little bit granola, and just stir that up together, and that'll make a healthy snack. And Greek yogurt's better for you, if you could get accustomed to it. Where I've gotten used to eating the Greek yogurt, I prefer it now than the regular, a little bit sweeter yogurt. The other just seems too sweet to me now. I've got some of these black cherries that's come out of the frozen section, and sometimes it's cheaper to get them that way. And I'll just put me some out in a little container to sit in the fridge to be thawed. So when I'm ready to fix my yogurt, they're already thawed and ready to go. I have done it with blueberries too. It works out good. I like to keep a little thing of this softened butter, or whipped butter. It's the salted brand. I just let it sit out on my counter and get it. It's great for toast and stuff like that. And I was needing to get another bag of mozzarella, and I'll show you a video later, a new way that I have started freezing my cheese, and it works out so, it's probably the simplest way you could do it. So I'll try to share that with you all if it don't slip my bird brain after all. So yeah, that's my Walmart haul. I'll catch back up with you a little bit when probably about dinner time or lunchtime. Okay, it's 11 o'clock, so I'm just going to remove my lid real quick, and I have enough. I'm going to check and see how tender that potato is. Oh yeah, I don't know if you could see for the steam, to see how easy that knife slides in. So that potato is done. So what I'm going to do next is just turn this crock pot off. In about another hour, it'd be time for me to eat. My fasting will be up. And this crock pot will keep that potato good and warm until I'm ready to eat it. So we're all set. I love the simplicity of just putting it in a crock pot. You could bake one in the oven or air fryer, I'm sure. But I like to just set it and forget it. It's very convenient. So I'll come back in an hour and invite you along for when I make that pork steak. And hopefully I'll have a good lunch today. Okay, I'm back, guys. It's 11:45. I'm ready to get these steaks on and cooking. I've got my little griddle, electric griddle I got from Walmart. Works so nice. It's just that Dash brand. It works probably better than any griddle I've had, you know, for an electric griddle. But that's what I'm going to cook on today. I'm going to keep my pork steak super simple. I'm just going to add a little salt and pepper to it. Try to get a good sear on each side, and then finish it off with some of my lower sugar Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, just to finish it off. So I'm going to go ahead and point the camera down and let you watch me as I go. I'm going to go ahead and turn my griddle up, and I'm going to try to get that up to a high temperature so I can get a good sear. I'm going to let that go ahead and go to the 5 and heat up really hot. If I need to, I can always turn it back down. This package looks like it's got about 2 steaks in it. I'm just going to fix one. And if I like it well enough, I will maybe fix the other one tomorrow. Or maybe put it in the freezer for another day. Here's the thickness. That's about the way I like mine. And then I'll wrap this with saran wrap in a minute and get it back in the fridge. Like I said, for my seasoning, it's just going to be super simple. A little salt, a little pepper on each side. Gonna mash that mash that seasoning in real good. This will be my practice steak, and if I like it, I might try to do different techniques later with different ones. Okay, I'm just going to allow my griddle to get real good and searing hot, and I'll place my steak on there. Okay, I hope you can see this well. I haven't recorded a video in so long. I'm really out of practice. But my griddle top feels very good and hot. I'm just going to lay this steak down there and allow it to fry. Hopefully I'll get a good sear. And I'll just check this momentarily and make sure it's got a good brown sear on it, and I'll flip it over to the other side and allow it to do the same. It probably won't take long to get it cooked. It's not a very thick steak. After the second flip, I believe I will put the barbecue sauce on there if it looks like it's pretty well cooked through. Okay, I'm getting ready to flip my steak. I've let this go about 3 minutes up on my high setting. I did a little peek, and it looks like it's browned up nicely, so let's see. Yeah, that looks like a very good sear. So I'm thinking 3 to 4 minutes on this side. We'll finish up the steak. I will check my temperature, make sure it's up to temp. And then I'll use some of my Sweet Baby Ray's on there to finish it off. Okay, my steak has cooked about 3 minutes on this side. I've checked the temperature, and it's well above the 145 degree mark. It still looks a little red around the edges. And so for peace of mind, I'm just going to place this lid over top of that, and I'm going to turn my temperature down to like maybe the 3 and let it go for another minute or so. I don't want to cook it out dry. And then I'll put my barbecue sauce on there. Okay, this has been going for about a minute, not very long. I'm going to go ahead and put some of my Sweet Baby Ray's on that one side before I flip it. It's looking so good. Okay, I'm just going to flip that over, and that way this side can be caramelizing, and then I'll coat the other side. That's got a very pretty sear on it. My puppy dog smells it cooking. She come to check everything out and investigate. Hopefully I don't overcook this steak. But being darker meat, it'd be a little bit more difficult to overcook. But still, I don't have a lot of experience in this area. Okay, that looks good. Cover it and let it cook a little bit longer. My temperatures went down a little bit on that, so I'll bump it back up to about a 4. And I'll bring it back. Okay, I've let this go for another couple minutes, so let's just give it a check. Yeah, that's looking much better. Oh, that looks real pretty, don't it? Okay, I'm going to turn my temperature off. I'm going to remove this steak over here to my cutting board. I'll let it sit for a minute or two. Okay, I'll go ahead and start on my sweet potato and show you how I do it. I just cut it open. It's still nice and warm. You can see the heat come out of that, I hope. It's 12:06. I turned this off at 11 and it's still plenty hot. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of fluff that meat of the potato from the skin. Super simple. And my belly is sticking to my backbone, y'all. I am ready to eat. Look how soft and delicate that potato is. All right. Of course, you know, it's got to have a lot of butter. So I'm going to put that on my potato. And I'm also going to add a little salt and pepper. Just very basic. I like lots of butter, you can tell. Okay. And now I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of this Truvia brown sugar substitute, just a little. The sweet potato is already pretty sweet, and this sweetener tends to be very sweet, so it won't take much. About like that. And here's what I like to add to mine. Just some chopped pecans, which these are halves, but I just take and break them up in my fingers. They're not hard to crumble. See, I just smash them up with my fingertips a little bit. They're soft, it doesn't take much. When you fix a sweet potato like this, you can't decide if it's like a vegetable or a dessert. There we go. There's that. Just trying to round up that filling a little bit. There we go. Just gonna wipe my knife off here with a paper towel, and I'll start cutting into that steak. Okay. And here's the sweet potato. I hope it's coming through nice and pretty and orange. It looks so beautiful. Maybe like that. Super tender. It looks beautiful. So now I'll just give it a little taste test. Anxious to try it. Let's try the pork steak first. Very good and tender, very juicy. Perfect. Maybe could have added just a little bit more barbecue sauce to it to bring that flavor through. I just didn't want to get my meal too sweet because I have the sweet potato. But it's really good. I will buy those again. All right, now let's try this sweet potato. Here's my bite. The pork steak's good, but this sweet potato's where it's at. Perfect. Well, that's all I have for my little video today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I thank you for coming along with me. I don't know how often I'll upload videos. I've slowed down a whole lot in my older years, now that I'm getting older than what I used to do. But I still enjoy making content, so hopefully every so often I can still get a video or two out to you. I have one or two that I had recorded like a year ago that will probably post before this one, but I hope you enjoy my videos and thank you for being a part of my channel.